Another big story developing right now. Prince George's County School Board members are scheduled to vote on a severance package for embattled CEO of schools, Dr. Kevin Maxwell. The deal for the head of Maryland's second largest school district could total up to $1 million of taxpayer money. Our Hillary Lane broke this story earlier today, and she has more right now from our satellite center.
It was back in May that CEO of schools, Dr. Maxwell, announced he was leaving the school system. But the wording here is really important. He didn't quit and he wasn't fired, and that left the door open for him to negotiate a massive payout. Some teachers and parents in Prince George's County are furious about this. They say he should not get anything. Remember, Dr. Maxwell has been in the center of multiple controversies during his 5 years in the district. He currently makes more than $300,000 a year. Some of those controversies include large unauthorized pay bumps for central office workers, large pay raises for his executive cabinet, an internal audit that found grade tampering on the high school level, and an investigation into abuse claims in the Head Start program that resulted in the loss of millions of dollars of funding. Dr. Maxwell has not been found to have acted illegally, and that's key. According to his contract, that gives him the power to negotiate a payout. Again, board members are meeting right now, and they're expected to vote on that payout. If it passes and Dr. Maxwell agrees, we are expecting him to leave the school system immediately, and an interim superintendent could be appointed as early as next week. In the Satellite Center, Hillary Lane, WUSA 9.
And we'll be following this story all night long. We'll have updates on the vote and how much Dr. Maxwell may walk away with on WUSA9.com.